Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG Original Flavor Wednesday podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week where two old guys and two very esteemed and valuable musicians talk about old games.
Slash and Flea. We got them.
Because this is a very special episode today.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the game Demon's Crest. To get that out there.
Which
First
is
off,
on IGN's Top 100 Super
it
Nintendo
is.
games.
As per our agreement, our lengthy document that we've signed
Right.
to exclusively
With the devil.
do those games.
Our contract with the devil.
With the robot devil.
Right.
For Original Flavor Wednesday.
I've got the robot penis. I don't know what you got out of the deal.
I got to see your robot penis.
Thank you. I'm glad. It's working out really well. After I lacerated my urethra, I really needed the.
You had to go make a deal with the robot devil for the robot penis.
We were doing this for fun up until that happened.
But today it's a very special episode because we have two very, very special guests today.
Drove a very long way.
A very long way. They
to
went.
be here.
If this were like our 10-year reunion, they drove the farthest to get here.
Right.
From everybody that's here.
Right. Yeah.
They won some kind of award.
Clearly.
So from Megalixir, we have Joe and Sam.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I understand that that you know a lot more about Demon's Crest than we do, so I'm excited. That's only one of the reasons I'm excited.
We're
to have you on
excited
the
to
show.
have this show off.
Right.
We're very excited.
And you and I are just gonna leave the room.
I know, I
luck,
played
guys.
NHL 94, so I don't know what you guys
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we've done some mild introductions.
Yeah.
I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And
You have a good story for us, I bet.
a few weeks ago, I talked about my nanny stealing for me because she loved me and she loved disguises. And
I didn't
things
realize
like
she was
that.
stealing those things for you. I thought she was just stealing for the thrill.
Some things she would steal, like National Enquirer, she stole for her.
Okay.
She loved her National
She wasn't
Enquirer.
giving those to you?
No.
To educate you?
Those were her. I mean, she would call me on the phone and tell me about what was in the National Enquirer.
What that boy was doing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what your neighbor's
Where's
doing.
Bat
This is what
Boy?
It's
neighbors
Anna
up to.
Nicole Smith, and just But she also one time stole for me a VHS tape
The Ring.
of the Spice Girls music videos of that time.
Nice.
I jerked off to that so many times. Like on the same TV that like my dad bought me to play Final Fantasy VII, so I'd get out of the living room.
Right.
Because it was the TV,
The jerk-off
VHS
TV.
combo.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, the jerk-off TV.
Everyone has one.
Yeah, I could just, it had a handle on the back. I could just pull it out, set it on my bed. When I was done with it, put it back away. And I jerked off the Spice Girls so many times.
The handle's always like white. And
Rusty.
yeah, crusty. Thank you.
Because clearly that's where you wipe it when you're done, is the top of the TV.
Right.
Right on the handle.
They'll never see it under the handle. But normally, okay, my favorite, the Spice Girl I am most attracted to is Ginger Spice.
Can we? Are you opening the floor to debate?
Well, in a moment, while she's the most attractive, she was
You're
not
wrong.
the one that worked for me the most on those videos. Oddly enough, it was Scary Spice because she always dressed the sluttiest.
Yeah. Okay.
Nipples hard all the time. Rachel from Friends style, just nipples
Were they
hard
maybe? Do you
constantly.
think like I have a good question. I know you're a big Friends watcher, so you probably know the answer to this. Is there something special about Jennifer Aniston's nipples, or were they like implants in the bra? Because like her nipples were like Her nipples, they were like
Always.
the fifth friend.
Yeah.
Fifth and sixth.
Yeah,
fifth and sixth
Fifth and sixth. Thank you.
Not counting Paul Rudd. Not counting Paul Rudd.
right.
But she had to have known. She had to have known the ratings went up the harder her nipples were.
Yeah.
Because there were just few scenes where it's just like,
Maybe they just recorded like in a meat locker or something. Because like it was.
Yeah.
That's why
And
I
it's mostly
started
just
watching.
her. It's mostly just her.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never see Lisa Kudrow or Courtney Cox nipples.
Well, they don't
It's
have nipples.
just-
It's a fact. It's on Wikipedia. Those women don't have nipples.
But so I'll argue it. Jerkable, most jerkable to a teenage boy, Scary Spice in the videos. Most attractive though, Ginger Spice.
I think you're wrong on both accounts, man. I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and my vote is with Posh Spice all the way.
See, I don't. She's
She's the prettiest, and she's the most jerkable.
She's so
Jacob is
cold.
cringing so hard right now. I guarantee you
Yep.
that we may have lost him already.
Yep, probably. Whenever we talked about come on a handle, he just he
We're
checked
done.
out. He checked out.
But it's Posh Spice. I mean, it has. That's
She's so cold. Like she's like I look at her and there's just nothing there. It's like a swimming pool to me. Like it just makes my dick shrivel up because she's
Really?
she's just
Wow.
so cold. She's cold angles to me. I have zero sexual attraction to Posh Spice.
no, man. That's no. You're off. You're off.
No,
Because like you have to work for her, right? Once you break through that exterior, you realize she is really attractive and a passionate.
What's
woman.
the anime term? Tsundere? A tsundere girl?
I don't know.
Like the girl who initially hates the main hero, but eventually turns to like them over time. Is that?
didn't know
'Cause I
that
know
one.
there's a term.
No, I'm not
there's
familiar with
terminology
that.
for like the archetypes of girls' personalities.
I haven't watched the Spice Girls anime. I hear it's excellent.
Or is it is it archetype or archetypes?
I thought it was architect.
I always see
Archetype.
archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because Meg's been bitching at me about a few pronunciations of words.
How do you
So
pronounce it typically?
I usually say archetype.
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 Pretty close, I think.
I think we should
Close
make
enough.
a conscious effort to say archetype.
Archetype.
I'll do it as well.
Okay.
We correct each
Archetype.
other.
Archetype.
We'll work on our pronunciation.
Okay.
We'll put it this way. I think Scary Spice was fucking the most guys for sure. Posh Spice is the hardest to get to.
Yeah, definitely.
Only David Beckham could land her, I guess. You had to be a international superstar at soccer. See what I did there? See what
Yeah,
I did there?
I like that.
Yeah.
Show notes, link to that.
Right. Thank you,
Because everybody's just chomping the bit listening to that episode.
Joe. You gonna weigh in?
You know,
you gonna help me out?
Dave, I agree with you. I think I say Posh Spice as well. If you, I cite the video, or what is it called, where they're all wearing leather. Say you'll be there.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I swear to God.
It's really cute. You're acting like you don't know. What's that video? Oh, say you'll be there, baby.
Well, I cite say you'll be there.
Okay.
That's why she's the hottest. That's my citation.
Man, we got all kinds of Spice Girls.
See, no one's saying baby
For
though,
Nance.
and she
I
was
go
like,
with baby.
she was-
She's got that like
Baby.
girl next door
Are you saying
quality.
baby?
Yeah.
I say baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she was actually the sluttiest because she like had an affair with the manager or something like that. That
The manager of
led to the
Shoney's?
division. She,
manager-
they all went to a Shoney's after the
Right.
show, and she had an affair with the assistant manager.
Manager of Taco Bell. What?
So who didn't get any love of the Spice Girls so far? Sporty.
Mel B,
Sporty.
Sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mel
Mel
C,
C,
Mel
yeah.
C.
Yeah, rightfully
Mel
so.
B is scary.
Yeah.
Mel
Right.
C is sporty, which if Jacob York is still listening, that's
Yeah.
probably his favorite. He likes the athletic girls.
Jacob, we need you to weigh in.
Call in, please.
Call in and let us know.
Or anybody else. Who's your favorite Spice Girl and why? Which Spice Girl did you jerk off to the most?
Fair enough.
Or I'll use Reddit masturbation terminology, so the girls can be included. Which which Spice Girl did you fap to?
Right.
Or girls, which Spice Girl did you schlick to?
Right.
So there you go.
Or which
I don't expect any calls from girls about which Spice Girl they schlick to.
but bonus points for those who do.
Yeah, absolutely. Any girl who calls in with that story gets a title.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Automatic. The title is Sandwich Lord.
All right, Demon's Crest.
What number is it on the list?
I want to say it's 44.
I know these guys know.
I can tell you that in like a second.
I actually don't know.
I thought it was like 47.
Is it 40? 47 was Kirby's.
Well, forget I asked that question.
We're so professional. We know this whole thing that our podcast hinges on. We know it. We know it so well. We're very professional and
By heart.
dedicated.
Uh-huh.
Because we're filming a little. We're
Keep talking, keep
we're
talking,
recording
keep
a
talking.
little bit out of order, so we're a little bit out of
Oh,
sorts.
that's right.
Number 44.
Oh, good.
All right, 44.
Joe, Joe.
It is number 44.
IGN's 44th ranked game, Demon's Crest.
Excellent.
Now, before anybody else hear that?
A little bit of feedback. Are all our phones off?
Choo.
I know. I don't.
What could that be?
I don't know. Is it the Spice Girls? Is that,
Yep. It's from the
Is it
Spice
Spice
Girls
Girls?
movie where they're riding like a truck trying to disable a bomb.
Oh yeah, otherwise known as the Dave Reese from Wikipedia train.
Yep, exactly.
Little known movie fact. We traveled back in time.
That's in the Spice Girls IMDb. When you look up the movie, the Dave Reese Wikipedia train was actually the truck involved in.
We rushed in. We traveled back in time. Rushed in. Pushed Baby Spice off the manager and said, "Look, there's something you got to do. You got to make a movie with a train in it, and it's the Dave Reese from Wikipedia train." And he said, "As long as I can finish, I'm fine with that."
Mel B has to be on it. Her nipples have to be just rock hard. Give her like inch thick leather. Still can see her nipples through it.
There's no way that's. I mean, that's prosthetic nipples at work.
Yeah,
Gotta
maybe,
be. It has to
maybe.
be.
I don't know. Maybe she just has like you've seen the internet where those girls that have like ridiculously long like it
AK
looks like
bullets.
like fists hanging off of their breasts. Like the nipples are just like unbelievable.
Yeah.
She could have some of those.
I don't know why, but that reminded me of the Giving Tree. That's a good tree.
It's a good nipple.
The giving nipple.
The giving nipple.
We need to write it.
A Tadpog Otherworld story.
All right, guys. Demon's Crest, otherwise known as Dimanzu Buraizan Makamero Manshohin. I feel like that was pretty good,
Well done.
but I know like
Impressive.
if we have any Japanese listeners, which we don't, I apologize.
We've checked iTunes Japan. No
nothing
ratings.
there. The translation of that is Demons Blazon : Demon World Village Crest Volume. So there's that.
All right.
They don't even know what they're talking about.
No, clearly. It's a side-scrolling platform video game developed and published by a little company you may have heard of called Capcom for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It is the third video game starring Firebrand, who is an enemy character from the Ghosts and Goblins series, known as Red Armor in the Japanese version. Following this game followed Gargoyles Quest and Gargoyles Quest 2. Unlike its predecessors, Demon Crest has a dark, gothic feel and features some similarities to Konami's Castlevania series. So it's like imagine like Tim Burton did a Gargoyles Quest game.
Okay. I would like to see
But
Tim Burton just do the Gargoyles cartoon.
That would be really good.
Man, love Gargoyles.
But you got to get
cartoon.
Danny Elfman. You have
That's
to.
true. That's true. Man, now I'm just thinking about when I played Gargoyles for Genesis. It's not a great game.
Not as
special
good as this
episode.
game. Not as good as this game. But Sam and I chose to be on this game.
This is what you called.
We
You called
drove
this
11
months
hours
ago.
to be on this show because this game is awesome. I think I'm going to spoil it right now. I love it.
We're accustomed to spoiling it in
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of all the games on your list, I mean, this is the one that I hadn't heard of that I tried playing. I've never played it as a kid, and I wish I had because playing it just reminded me of why I love Super Nintendo, and because I've played pretty much all the games on the list before, a lot of them, and just to have a new one that was so good was very special.
So did
Very special.
did you hear about this game through the list or
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I just was looking down at the list to see what kind of music we could do and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just checked it out. Totally awesome. Yeah.
Sam, same for you?
Yeah, I mean, Joe told me about it when he discovered it, and we both played it immediately and just instantly fell in love with it. I mean, from the music to the graphics, the whole the level design, it was just really a complete package, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kind of a Mega Man X-ish, a little slower, but really tight controls. Like the grappling mechanic is awesome. It just feels real good.
I get the controls were tight, and
They were.
the immediate rub I got was the speed. It did feel
It's a little slow.
slow.
Well, especially compared to the games that it's spun off from. Because like Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Ghosts and Goblins, like I feel like those are like fast-paced games where it's like
Yeah.
I'm constantly like I'm throwing like these haphazard shots and then
Yeah.
like running and jumping and trying to get the fuck away from everything on the screen. This felt like a more like controlled, slow, stay the course kind of platformer.
Yeah.
I think it benefited from that too.
Yeah.
Because it being a little slower for me and having that extra control, it didn't feel so rushed and like too much going on at once. I could really focus on what I wanted to do, who was on the screen, and how I wanted to like progress through the level or take on the boss. So I think they had a perfect speed with the game.
But it's amazing to me that it's the same developer, but it's the same universe that these games take place in. But they are, and it's even the same genre. But it's like they are really far apart from one another.
Yeah.
Like they play completely differently. Because like Ghosts and Goblins, the controls in that game are not tight. Like I feel like those controls are like pretty loose, and I feel like they're designed to be loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fuck with you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
They
Or
wanna fuck
die
with you.
as much as possible.
Right.
But yeah, one thing I love about one of the mechanics I love the most, you can only have for a while one fireball on screen at a time. And so the closer you get to an enemy, if you're really close, you can just spam it and shoot
yeah.
extremely fast. And
Because that's your main attack.
Yeah.
As Firebrand, right?
Firebrand loves to shoot fireballs. Yeah. That's
Did anybody play Gargoyles Quest 1 or 2? Any familiar with it at all?
I played Gargoyles Quest 1 maybe a week before coming here. I downloaded it on the 3DS eShop, and I played it for like 20 minutes.
Not worth it? Is it?
Honestly, for a Game Boy game,
Yeah.
I wish I had it as a kid for Game Boy. Because
Right.
it's a pretty good Game Boy game, but I have a lot of other games to play right now.
I understand. Trust me.
Yeah. I know that feels.
But it's pretty good, though. I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
Okay.
Has some RPG elements, more so than Demon's Crest. But
Firebrand's not an a protagonist I would suspect ever. Like, I guess was Ghosts and Goblins first,
Yeah.
and then he's just a random enemy from that everybody was particularly annoyed by, so then they plucked him out and gave him his own series.
Yeah, because this is the motherfucker that like this guy was the bane of my existence playing Ghosts and Goblins as a kid. Because like he's super fast and sporadic, and we even talk about that in Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Like, and he's glitchy. And like he has this dive that he does that it's just like it's a death dive. Like if he's coming for you, you're done.
it's like the sun in Mario 3.
Yes, exactly. But much harder to dodge.
Yeah.
Because Mario 3 actually has super tight controls.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You got to wonder why they chose him as a character to pull out and give a game to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea where, like, maybe in just Japan he was just really popular. Everybody liked Demon Firebrand, but I don't know.
I have no idea. This is one thing I thought that was really interesting about this game was just the bosses in this game.
Oh
like
my
it
God,
seems
dude.
like
Yeah.
it seemed like the whole game was revolves around these bosses.
Yeah.
I said that to Joe. I almost compared it to Shadow of the Colossus at one point, given that the levels are quite short in general. They're all just kind of a lead up to fight the boss.
Right.
And there's so many of them,
And they're epic. Like every
yeah.
boss I fought, it seemed like an epic battle.
They clearly put a lot of time into each boss, and the experience of fighting them was pretty varied, I thought, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like you get shortchanged on any boss fight at any time.
No.
Unlike Secret of Evermore, where they eventually just start calling it in.
Right.
Every boss fight in Demon's Crest is varied and different and unique.
The very first thing you do in the game is
Yep.
fight a boss.
They start you in the same room as a giant dragon.
Exactly.
Bone dragon.
And that kind of reminded me of Dark Souls a little bit. So like I got really scared immediately. I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be painful the whole way through. But you fight this like Dracolid, and surprisingly not like as difficult as I thought.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe there's hope for this. Maybe I can actually play this game.
And even he has he comes back. He has not a second form, but you defeat him, and then he comes crashing through, and you have to take him out again. So
Yeah.
it sets up the game pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it let me know immediately. Like, it's interesting because, like, I guess beyond, like, the Mega Man X series, that's really uncommon. Where it's like, oh, you start the game, here's a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, there's no build up to it at all. It's just you're there, dragon comes out, you fight it.
Yeah, just like it's hardly even tells a dragon. You just see like his head like peek out and look at you, and Firebrand just fuck this guy looking at me, and just start throwing fireballs at him as he rampages through this castle that you're in, and then you
Castle?
break out of the castle.
Yeah. It's like a one-room dungeon, it looked like.
Anybody else find this game to be just really hard? I found it to be a
Yeah.
very hard
I
game.
thought it was challenging.
The first time Sam and I played it, we played through just like normal guys. Didn't try to use any outside help.
Yeah.
And we got to a point, and it was just we just basically weren't doing things in the right order. We missed a few power-ups. We went back after a few months of playing, and I used the game facts.
Yeah.
Pretty much just followed what they said to do. And it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
It was much more doable. But if you get some of these bosses out of order, they're just insane. Like the boneyard guy.
Yeah. The one
Clearly
who
you
jumps and he's got
Yeah.
like the big falchion.
Yeah. He keeps swiping at you with his like bone sword.
Yeah. Which, that'll get you in trouble nowadays.
Yeah, he's got his bone
If he
sword.
goes swinging your bone sword.
Slap at you with my bones. Got
But yeah, that guy. I think
my wife pregnant doing that shit.
Yeah.
I seriously think we died to him like 10,000 times.
It's almost like they give you the freedom to do the levels in whatever order you want.
Right.
But they kind of want you to do it in a certain order, kind of behind the sines, because if you don't get certain things or have certain power ups, then you're never going to get past them.
Well, see, and like I had the problem where I didn't use a guide,
Yeah.
right? And I had the problem where I was fighting a boss, and I realized because I would fight the boss, and in the middle I'd be like, I'm not supposed to do this yet because
yeah.
clearly like,
You
it's
know.
obvious
Yeah.
that I'm not supposed to do this yet. It's kind of a shame they don't give you some kind of indicator in the platforming section before you get to the boss, because usually I'd be able to just get through the platforming just fine,
Yeah.
and then I'd hit the boss and be like, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I know.
Especially too if the boss requires you to have a different form to fight him, because you have no idea what's coming up,
Right.
so you can't kind of preempt how you might want to fight him, not knowing what you're going to get. If you want to be the aerial gargoyle, that might be the only way to defeat him, but you have no idea that's coming up.
Tell me more about the different forms, because I feel like that was a big part of the game that I kind of missed out on because I went through this game the incredibly wrong way, and I only picked up one other form.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the point of the game is the demon's crest is this thing that all the demons in the demon realm are fighting over. Firebrand, there's all these different parts of it. There's like the blue crest, the blue part of the crest, the green, yellow, and each of them have a different element. So earth, fire, air. And so each time you defeat one of the major bosses, you acquire one of them, and it gives you the ability to transform into a different gargoyle. Right.
Similar to Mega Man, right?
yeah,
Where you beat
yeah.
a robot
And they have different-
master and you get an ability.
And they have different powers. Yeah, that's a pretty cool part of the game.
And you can switch, whenever you want mid-game as well, which
Yeah.
is pretty important, especially during boss fights, because, you can switch back and forth multiple times.
Yeah, and it's not like Mega Man where you can press the R or L button and just switch.
Yeah,
and
you have
rotate
to
through,
pause,
you have to
yeah,
pause
take
and
yourself
open
out
the
of the
menu.
moment.
So that-
Yeah, I
that kinda
thought
sucked.
Yeah,
Not the best way of doing it, I don't think.
Well, and it kind of stinks because also R and L doesn't do anything that I could
It'd be a
tell.
perfect
so,
thing.
Yeah, no, it would have been just so
Yeah.
good for them to implement that.
But I did think it was surprisingly deep between the alternate forms and then the power-ups you have to your projectile weapon, because that changes. In addition to your different forms, and you have the claw power-up, a fire power-up, an air power-up.
Yeah.
Although you can only use those in your original Firebrand form.
Right.
Once you change to the air gargoyle or the earth gargoyle, you can only use their stuff.
Right. And on top of that, they had the talismans as well. So you have a talisman that will allow you to shoot 2 bullets, 2 fireballs instead of 1. A talisman that increases your defense. A talisman that makes you stronger. So there was a lot of elements.
It was
they like-
surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
Plus the potions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the magic system's really
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah.
Because and it's interesting that you can use potions, but in order to get a potion, you have to find an urn, an empty urn, and then you
Right.
have to bring it like to an alchemist
Yeah.
NPC and pay him to fill it.
Yeah.
And each time you use it, you keep the urn, but it depletes the potion. You have to go back and buy more if you want more.
And the same with the spells too. You have to find, it's like almost like a spell book, and then you can,
Yeah,
just
the
fill that with
vellum.
You have to find the
Yeah.
vellum.
the vellum,
yeah.
yeah.
And the spells were completely useless.
Thank you.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was always trying to find a use for them, but it's like,
One of them is useful.
which one is that?
The
death
death spell.
spell?
That's the
Yeah.
only one.
No, you're missing one. The imp. The imp.
Oh, I
Oh,
never
see,
tried
I
the imp
never- I
because
didn't do that.
because like they have in the description that it costs money.
Yeah, it's
and like
terrible.
I'm so tight ass, I was like never gonna cast that ever.
It's actually pretty terrible. It's just this little guy that comes on the screen and he just flies around, does nothing, and just drains your money.
what an asshole!
terrible.
I know a couple guys like that.
I'm sure there's a way he can do damage, but he doesn't. I don't know. I've never seen him do any damage.
Every time I cast a spell, because like I tried a few of them, and it's like I would cast it, and there would be a really cool animation. This game had really cool animations.
The
Definitely.
I
death
thought.
spell was awesome. The whole screen was taken over by this cool looking guy, and
Yeah. But it's like I never could notice like a direct effect of the spells, and it always seems like I wasted money and time on this.
Yeah.
Where it's like the potions, I felt like, where it's like immediate gratification.
Well, the potions were kind of the same in the sense that not all of them were useful either. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there was definitely a disparity between one which was much more useful than the other. I think they could have done a better job of spacing it out and giving you different attributes for each potion. But
And you don't really know what's what until you start like
Yeah,
experimenting
they give
with
you
it.
like a shitty description. I kind of felt like because like the ones that I always use, I just stacked up on the herb potions and the elixir potions.
the
because
ginseng, that's all you needed.
ginseng,
ginseng
to
was
refill
the
your health.
best.
Full
Yeah.
health, yeah.
Yeah.
It just helps so much to have the guy tell you where are the heart containers, whatever they are, vitality boosters.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause some of them are so easy to miss.
Yeah, because some of the bosses I felt were easy to miss because
Yeah.
like basically on one level where it's like part plant and then castle and you fight like this flying skull snake
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But also like you can miss the swirl of air in front of him that you jump down
Right.
and you fight another demon that gives you another power up.
An important one, too, if I remember correctly.
That's how you get the air. You're supposed to do that first to get the air form
And then
Yeah.
go
and then
back.
fight
Yeah.
the snake guy. I had no idea.
See, I made the mistake. This is how I got the shitty ending, like the shittiest of shitty endings, because this game has multiple endings.
4 endings, yeah.
Yes.
It has like a really shitty ending, a shitty ending, and then like
And,
a little shitty ending, and then a good ending. Is that how it works?
That's pretty much it.
They're all
Good ending
shitty.
question mark because
Man.
no one's gotten the good ending.
I got the super shitty ending because I did that. I went down that air tunnel, beat the boss, got the air gargoyle form, and then completely forgot that there was another way through that level. So and then I was like, well, there's this citadel on the map. I guess I'm supposed to go there now. I went there, beat the final boss. I didn't even
he's just
know
there.
he was the final
You
boss.
surprise him,
Right.
Because you walk in, he's like, "Oh, I didn't expect you.
We're doing
I
this?
guess we'll
All right.
fight. Fine."
I think that's the only indication maybe that they give you that it's not the
That
end of
it's
the
not
game, but
time.
you're here a little
Right.
early.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
But Nikki was watching me play, and when I beat him, it was like, all right. And then there's this really long animation of like the citadel crumbling, and I was like, okay, cool. And then that goes on for like 20 seconds,
He
and
tries.
I'm like,
He tries to use the heaven crest and it fails.
Yeah.
Would you think that would be a good thing?
right. And I looked at her, and I was like, man, this is going on for a long time. And she's like, yeah, it is. And then like the music changes, and you know how like it just sounds like in-game music,
Right.
And I'm like, this game, there's no way this game is over. And then like narrative comes over, I'm like, this fucking game is over, and it was over, and it gives me this awful story about how Firebrand is wounded, and he goes to hell to try to nurse his wounds, and then like the entire plane falls into chaos,
Yeah,
and
without
there's
phalanx and fire, yeah.
I feel like you probably missed out on like a good half the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot after that. Yeah.
yeah, the levels that are hidden like that, because there's a few where you can see doors that you can get to, but
Yeah.
you just don't have the ability to get to them yet.
Right.
And that's fine, because you can kind of remember those and go back to them. But areas like that vortex, and there's another one where you have to smash a statue, which you'd have no idea.
The
you should be
catacombs.
doing.
If I had
the catacombs.
seen the game facts, I would have had no idea
Yeah.
what the
And that's
catacombs.
integral to moving forward in the game.
Yeah.
I think you get one of the gargoyle forms down there, and
You got the big slime demon down there with all the eyes and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's an important
That's a good
it's an
boss.
important boss fight.
Missed that one.
Yep. I did too my first time.
Entirely missed
The
it.
first time I played, I pretty much did the same exact thing you did.
Yeah.
Only I couldn't even beat that boss because I was so weak.
I
don't
like-
know how you even did that. Man.
Well, see, like, I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, even when I get to a boss and I'd be like, I'm way underpowered, then it was like a challenge.
Oh,
then it was
nice.
like, defeat this boss. Like, this is your mission, defeat this boss.
And he only has like one form when you fight him like that.
Yeah.
he's easier.
Oh,
like
he has
that 'cause he's not
multiple
ready for
forms?
you because like
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I beat him like that. Then I beat him after getting all the power ups. Well, not all the different forms. I didn't get all the items. All the items are required for the good ending. I just got all the power ups, which
That gives you the
changes-
gold chip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Gives you the slightly better ending where he has like two different forms. Like after you fight him with that flying form, then he fills it up with water, and you have to fight him in the water form.
Oh, no, that
Yeah.
sounds like not cool.
Yeah.
So
It's
tough.
pretty hard. In fact, that part got so annoying for us that the only way we were using the most cheesy like tactics on it,
Yeah.
we would be the water demon, and then he was too weak to attack, so we would jump out of the water, switch forms to
Well,
like.
see, I think that's what you're supposed to do, though.
Is
That's
it?
how I would do it. You jump into the top corner of the screen because you would really only stay in the top 2 corners of the screen, and the aerial gargoyle allowed you to obviously hover and
Right.
and hit him there. So you would just switch over to the aerial and just pound him until he knocked you back in the water, and just kind of keep doing that.
Yeah, because your attack's a lot higher with that other gargoyle too.
Yeah.
So
Or
it
the,
went-
the legendary gargoyle form.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it doesn't take.
that thing was amazing.
That thing takes everything in one hit almost, and then Phalanx doesn't take that many hits in that form either.
Yep, missed
So-
that.
Yep.
But the legendary gargoyle-
No, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. It
he
sounds
looks-
awesome though.
He's like a purple firebrand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And he's
looks
got like
pretty
gold
badass.
gold trimmed to his wings, and like he's just
Is that the guy they show me at the end of the super shitty ending?
No, that's Arma.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Yeah, he's
That's the
like-
guy, that's the
he's-
general
yeah.
you fight near the beginning?
Yeah.
you've had to fight Armor like 3 more times.
Because you kill him eventually. To get the proper ending, you kill Armor after like the 3rd or 4th fight. But
Okay.
if-
I fought him twice. I remember that.
yeah, so you didn't kill him yet, which is why
Yeah.
he's shown in the ending.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because he still lives.
Yep.
Arma lives.
Arma lives.
So Tyler, did you ever get the 4th form of Phalanx then, where you go on floating on the river of?
Yeah, I
Lava.
didn't get that form.
So there is a lava level.
Well, there's no level. It's just you pretty much just like the river Styx, and you're just floating down, and then you just reach this final form of his, and it's
Insane.
pretty epic.
It's
it takes
insane.
about a good 20 minutes, I'd say, of just pounding him over and over again.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. It took forever. I finally
It
did
was
it.
so rewarding though.
Yeah.
It had been a long time since I'd felt that way. Cause I didn't play that part with Joe, and I was just doing it and feeling it and grooving on it, and my hands were getting so sweaty, and I thought because it takes so much time to get to that point too, because you really have to. I know we haven't touched on this yet, but there is kind of grinding in this game, in as much as
Right.
you have to go back to the town level,
Uh-huh.
and you can headbutt a bunch of windows to get coins and.
Yeah, can I touch on that for just a minute?
Go
not
for
to
it.
not to
The
derail,
headbutting? The
but I want to say I've got in my notes here that in this world, headbutting is how you get in and out of doors.
Yep. How you get money? It's the primary form of communication between all demons.
Right, which I guess makes sense. You know, you're hanging out in the abyss. Instead of handshaking, you headbutt.
Bam.
Right. But it's like to get into like a lot of the doors in the city, you'd have to headbutt it and then go in. You headbutt it to
Yeah.
open it because that's just how badass you are.
You don't knock, you just fucking knock that thing through the head.
Firebrand has hands.
He has
and,
hand-
and he
yeah.
has feet that look like hands.
Yeah.
So technically he has
He's
4
got
hands.
wings. He has fire breath and
Opposable thumbs,
projectiles.
everything. I mean,
There are many ways he can open this door. We're gonna headbutt it.
Headbutt.
Yep.
Not only that, the headbutting comes into play in the form of how demons spend their spare time by playing
man.
whack-a-mole with skulls.
This is why I can never get the good ending. This fucking thing right here, the whack-a-mole skulls.
Tell me a little bit more about this, because I know there's like 4 different modes and with increasing difficulty, and it's set up with just a wall that's kind of like checkered with holes, and then skulls come out, and you
You have to fly up and get in line like perfectly.
there's 5 different horizontal levels,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to line up vertically as well, and you got to get it perfectly
have
as
to-
well.
Yeah.
Like so many times we would do it, and I thought I was doing really well, and you missed it by a pixel, and you're done.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it was really tough for me too, because like the skulls pop out, right, and you've
Yeah.
got like I don't know, maybe like 2 seconds
Yeah,
to
about that.
react and get over there, and then line up perfectly, like you said, and then use the B button to headbutt.
Yeah.
And what to make it tough, like on me, like sometimes you're doing this for money, right? That's the reward. From what I understand, you get a much bigger reward if you
Yeah,
complete
you're
all of them.
gambling essentially with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would kill me is that I would headbutt one and it would drop a coin, and I'd be like, oh, coin. And I'd go for it, and while I was going for it, another skull would pop
gotta-
out, and I was like, well, that was dumb of me.
Greed.
Right,
Greed.
exactly.
You got to avoid the coin, just go for the headbutt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we didn't touch that Firebrand has like an infinite float. As long as
Yeah.
you jump
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
hold the button, you can just float on that plane back and forth.
I
forever.
love that.
Great mechanic.
Yeah, because it's unique to this game
Yeah.
to a certain extent because
is,
it's unlimited floating. It reminded me of like one of my. I know this is blasphemy, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. My favorite.
But the Holocaust didn't happen.
Well,
A lot of people are going to disagree with me
hey,
here.
hey, don't put words in my mouth. That's an entirely different podcast.
Welcome to NaziCast.
The sad
Tyler
thing,
and Dave deny the Holocaust.
the sad thing is, I guarantee you that there are podcasts dedicated to that. That's kind of scary to think about. So, I mean, if we want to enter that competition, we can, but I just think about it
Leave
before
it to
we
the
do.
professionals.
Right? Exactly. Man, I can't even keep track of where this game is on IGN's list. I don't think I could give you a good argument for the Holocaust not existing. But one of my, out of the 3 Mario Brothers games that came out for the Nintendo, my favorite is Super Mario Brothers 2. And I realize that like that's very controversial.
Yeah.
This game
Almost as controversial as
don't go back to you can only go to the Holocaust well.
There are 2 things people disagree about the most: Mario Brothers 2 and the Holocaust.
You keep going to that well and it's going to be empty one time. We got to keep that.
Okay.
But it reminded me, like Firebrand's hover, it reminded me of Princess Peach from
yeah.
Mario
Oh,
2.
okay.
That's
Because
true.
she was my favorite character. She's why I love that game so much, is because of her hover mechanic.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that, except for Firebrand has this badass ability where he can cling to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clinging mechanic's great too.
Oh, so good. So good. But
Because he can only cling as like original flavor Firebrand, right? He
Yeah,
can't
original
as like aerial Firebrand or
Ground.
Earth Firebrand. Yeah.
or water. He can do it as a legendary,
Yeah.
as well. But
Tell me more about Legendary. Is that just a gargoyle form?
so legendary, actually, if I remember correctly, is legendary just extra powerful? And
I
then
think
there's,
he just has
think so.
increased armor and increased firepower.
because there's
pretty
another
much.
one after that, right?
Ultimate.
So there's
Whoa.
legendary and there's ultimate.
Oh, see, I never got
See,
ultimate.
ultimate is if you get the good ending,
Yeah.
meaning you get everything, and
And
then you
that's
get to
when
fight the last boss.
the extra level opens up and you can fight the Dark Demon.
Oh yeah, so this one we didn't actually.
The Deus Ex Machina level where suddenly the power behind the power behind the power comes
Yeah.
out and bites you.
Yeah.
We could not beat this boss. So there's a boss after that last boss we talked about with the lava.
Who has no connection to anything seemingly to the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
that-
at least Phalanx is tied in
I was hoping it was
somehow, but-
Arthur.
Arthur,
Those are guys, yeah.
Is there Arthur cameo or reference anywhere in this game?
Not that I found, but I know you two played
no.
a lot more than I did.
No,
Did you see
yeah,
him?
no Arthur. You didn't get to harass him as he
Yeah.
ran across the land. No.
I thought about it every time because there's an overworld that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I know it it looks dated, but you fly around like Final Fantasy VI style, like you're in an
it
airship.
does look like the airship.
That's what
in
it reminded
6.
me
Yeah,
of.
that's true.
Mode 7 graphics.
And then you swoop down and on like villages
And you miss a lot
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm just like zooming in and out on the ground over and over again, trying to land in town.
and you can only go forward, you can't go back. So it's like if you go a little too far and try to land and it doesn't work, you got to like rotate all the way around. But every time I did that, it reminded me I felt really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I know that
That's a lot
sounds
of
so
fun.
lame, but it's like, you're just descending upon this.
Dark Knight coming
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Outside of the Phalanx fights, which boss do you think was the most difficult?
I'm gonna be honest and go with the Boneyard guy, dude.
Yeah?
I mean, for the power you have at the time, he was bad, man.
Yeah.
It's just you're just not strong enough for him. I feel like, and that bone sword,
Yeah, you got. I mean,
the bone
That
rod, man,
giant-
that bone rod.
It crooks to the left a little bit.
it's so
just
long. It's just so long and thick. I mean, and you can't dodge it.
when he wants to give it to you, you're just going to have to take it.
I mean, yeah.
For me, it was Crawler, definitely.
Oh,
Crawler's the
yeah.
guy that was basically a mouth kind of organic formation, and he would throw babies at you,
oh yeah.
essentially.
Like human babies.
Yeah. Like devil babies.
He would,
I don't-
he would vomit forth like his own babies that would crawl on the ground.
Yeah. It was.
I missed that, and I'm very sad that I did because
Yeah,
it
you
sounds
should go back and just
You
play
love
that.
it sounds
babies.
metal as shit.
To a weird throwback, that form reminded me sort of in Alien Resurrection, the half human, half alien.
Yeah.
Like it looked like that, but it was more hunched over. And then just vomit, baby. Open a huge eye that obviously you're supposed to hit. Close the big eye, vomit, baby.
Yeah, you could only hit him at very certain points. So you were dealing with these babies everywhere. There were floating babies and crawling babies, and you had to kind
Muppet
of
babies.
Muppet babies. The Muppet babies are the hardest.
Gonzo just fucking being weird.
Did you guys ever see the episode where they have like the NES games on Muppet Babies?
No.
Uh-uh.
You guys need to look that.
Yeah,
up. They went to
really?
like
Shit.
Zelda. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Unless
Wow.
I might have dreamed it. Good.
I hope you didn't. And if you did, let's kickstart that. If I can actually get it.
Muppet Baby.
Babies.
Do an NES remix, only you are a different Muppet Baby going through all the classic NES games.
Now, I think we should take Angry Video Game Nerd audio and just like take old Muppet Babies and like make it look like they're saying all the shit he's saying.
Muppet Babies versus Capcom.
Right. Oh yeah, that's good. Versus Golden Girls.
Bring it full circle.
I had a really hard time with the barnacle demon that you fight.
Oh, the underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hard.
He was,
Yeah.
I mean, because
Oh,
like
the
he
giant like shell that you had would.
He would suck you in and then
Yeah.
blow you out.
yeah, and he was like, there were like two parts to him. Like maybe I'm talking about a different guy. This might have been an optional boss. This pissed me off a lot. I'd kill a boss and I would expect to get a piece of the crest, and I wouldn't.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I'd be like,
Get a fucking life extension.
exactly, which is still good, but it's like, fuck, man, this isn't what I came for.
Weirdly,
Transformation.
I felt they gave the life extensions to some of the hardest bosses, and some of the easier ones they'd give you a crest
get a
for.
crest.
Which to me it should have been
Because
the
Arma
opposite.
gives
Right.
you like 2 crests or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He was
fair.
pretty, his patterns were very straightforward. I thought Arma, and he never really he added that one like tornado mechanic to one of his later forms, I think, but essentially he was the same guy over and over
Yeah.
again.
See, I'm glad we all have different opinions on what the hardest boss was, because the one in like the forest that's on fire, like the fire spirit, I had a really hard time with the
His
fire
second
spirit.
form
That's
was really
true.
frustrating.
He was
yeah,
that
his
bad.
second
ball,
form.
and he was
Yeah, he's
bouncing
just a
around.
big fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can't use your fire form to hit him, so you have to do like earth or something else like that.
All
and
I
it's-
had
sucks,
was
yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, Earth
And-
is not good.
Yeah, that one was tough too.
You know, but as much as like we're complaining about the game, it almost seems like
Yeah, well, it's the cloud of negativity.
It's the kind of thing like if I had
You're
this
welcome.
game, if I had this game as a kid,
Yeah.
I would have loved it. I would have just found every nook and cranny. You know, I
Yeah.
just like taking my time with it. I just kind of wanted to do it before I came on the show, and so I might have rushed it a little bit, but.
This would have been your friends. You put all your desks together and you talk about what you found the night before.
Yeah,
compare it.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
it,
I would have
yeah.
loved this game. But interesting fact, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a really good game. Did you know? And I don't know if this is a rumor, but I heard that at one point this game was selling so poorly that the sales were actually negative, meaning there were more people returning the game to the store.
No, I didn't hear that. I was worried you were going to say that the Holocaust wasn't real.
Yeah, it's just
Did
a
you guys
rumor.
hear?
That would have been a good build up there. Yeah.
I read this book called Mein Kampf, and I'm really telling you, it really opened my eyes to a lot of
It
things.
spoke to me. Yeah.
No, I hadn't heard that.
I can imagine
Yeah.
it just being, because it has Demon's Crest in it, I can imagine like parents flipping out and like thinking it's demonic and thinking you're worshiping.
It
you're
is demonic.
You,
Well, it's definitely
you know
demonic.
What,
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
Yeah.
Like parents, like my parents would have absolutely outlawed it in the
I
house.
I had that on my list of things
So-
to ask you.
Oh yeah.
Is
I mean,
how
I
you're-
couldn't watch WBF because of the Undertaker. You know, there's no way I'm playing Demon's Crest.
Fire.
we should call your mom right now on the air and describe the game to her and then ask how she feels about it.
If you can play
She
it.
just starts like, Mom, get this Demon's Crest. She just starts crying. Just starts crying off
Just
the bat.
immediately.
It's like, Tyler, don't play. You're gonna be a father soon. You don't need to do this devil worshipping stuff. Tyler, don't.
It's a money pit, this devil worshipping stuff.
Like explaining D&D to her took a long time because she had the whole hang-ups about like
yeah.
it's just getting together and you're trying to summon the devil. That's all
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons is.
She was just trying to protect herself because, as you know, if you play D&D, you're
gonna kill your
gonna kill your
parents.
parents. It's a long road to killing your parents and living in the sewer. It's those two things.
But let's see, another kind of gripe about this game, just I also noticed it with R-Type. So many enemies would come on the screen at certain points in time.
They'd have some
you would
slowdown?
slow way the
That-
fuck down.
That was actually a big issue with the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did slow down a lot. I think the graphics were just so nice.
It
that
looked great,
It was doing
man.
too much, I think.
And like
for-
I love the animations.
Yeah.
And it's like I would hate it when Firebrand died because I died, but his death animation where like he just
Falling apart.
he just decays like in
Disintegrated,
like
yeah.
a split
like
second.
his rib cage is just left.
Oh, it's
it was-
awesome.
Yeah. And like when you're in the dark, when you're flying, if you shoot a fireball, it like illuminates you. You see the shadows on yourself.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
notice that? Yeah. It's really nice looking
Yeah,
game.
that's badass.
See, I just still thinking about your comment. Like I'm just thinking about like this being the time that like the ratings came out for games and the parental advisory was coming out on
Yep.
CDs. Like this was like the conservative backlash for media taking the next step. So like it's just not a good time for this game to come out like at all.
I heard a rumor. It's funny you say that. I heard a rumor. Some people think that the reason for that, if this is true, that the sales were negative, is that religious groups bought large copies of the game and then like returned them as like.
Oh, as a
I don't know,
protest?
as a
Right.
protest, yeah.
I
don't
could
know.
see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I could. I think that's viable.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine 700 Club doing like a warning like,
Yeah.
about the game.
Yeah.
Because I also remember like a computer game coming out around the same time where you were the villain and you were plotting to kill the hero. Like the whole thing was like you designing a dungeon to kill the hero. Like you played like the devil.
Yeah.
I remember there's a huge hullabaloo about that. So this is like that same vein. Like I can totally just there's no way this is gonna do well.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the sound?
Music?
All sound. What did you think of the music? Like
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
It's aural intensity.
Yes. We had our song playing at the beginning of the episode.
Right.
Right. We
You did.
And we'll play the
forgot we
full
did.
thing at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah.
Even the sounds, though. I mean, we can get to the music, but I thought the use of sound effects was
man.
great. The wings and just the fire sounds.
the flapping, right?
Yes.
flap-
We put if you listen hard to the song, you might hear a little flapping.
There's a little flapping.
Flapping, actually.
No fapping, flapping.
Not fapping,
You
right?
listen to a little fapping.
You,
Like we're
fire.
really talented and we get off on it.
Right.
There's a little fapping.
We're playing a game, watching the Spice Girls, and just going for it.
you might hear flapping.
The devil! Arr!
You're definitely going to hear fapping.
But there are no
Yeah.
like succubi in this game. There are no like sexual images in this game.
And that is a shame.
That's a shame.
That is a shame. It's all the game needed because it looked so good.
There's the one thing missing. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I agree, man. The sounds were awesome. Like I noticed just how like crisp everything sounded. Like
Yeah.
you can tell that like some games, I think this like the sound effects are kind of like put in the back seat, and
Yeah.
then like even just kind of they even sound kind of stock. You know,
Yeah.
everything in this just sounded like curated.
One thing I actually really enjoyed, because going back to when you grind, because you really do have to grind for money in this game. If you
Like
want
a,
to.
like a stripper here in Kentucky.
Mind those
Right.
nickels.
You really got to grind for money.
So you had to headbutt windows for coins to come out, and it was really, frustrating to have to do that for like 20 minutes. But the sound of the window breaking, I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That was like the saving grace for me doing that. It was just to hear that sound over and over again.
So I guess really there are 6 levels in this game, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but really it was surprisingly long and deep.
It felt like more.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I think there's multiple paths on some of the
I
levels.
think there ends up being 2 paths per level, so there's pretty much 12 bosses in total, give or take a few that you might fight a few times. But
And hearing the concept of this game, I didn't imagine it as a viable concept until I actually played it. And then I was like, okay, I get where this is going. I get this whole demonic war thing.
Yeah.
And it made sense after I played it. So
in the production values, I mean, the production values are crazy.
Yeah.
The story, like you said, Tyler, once I got into it, I thought it was interesting. I did think
Yeah.
it was kind of confusing when I got the really weird ending, and I was like, oh, that was odd. But other than that, I mean, I do feel like this has been kind of like, we've been spinning it kind of negative, but I really do think this is a good game. Like I would go back and play it to get a better ending. I don't know if I could hang in there to get the best ending.
Yeah, no way. Nope.
and fight the secret boss.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think it definitely belongs on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, my opinion is that this is the best game on the list so far.
Really?
I think
yeah, I would
really?
agree.
Yeah?
I'd put it a lot higher than it is.
Yeah?
As well.
Yeah.
I'd be inclined to do that.
Yep.
I don't know, you guys. Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
Moon.
yeah.
You get a girlfriend and turnips.
Which we've already talked about.
Clearly,
Right.
yes.
we're
We
we're
talked
not
about
rec-
that episode last
Right.
week's show.
We're certainly not recording this before Harvest Moon.
Oh, yeah. Remember that Harvest Moon episode?
It was a great episode.
Oh, it was
So
good.
everybody loved it.
everyone loved it.
That thing we joked about that was sort of offensive to some people, man.
Classic.
Man.
Classic TADPOG.
Us. I've got some achievements.
You got achievements?
Yep.
What you got?
I've got 3.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm not stealing from anybody else.
I have some too, but you go
I'm making
first.
mine up right now, so go
Okay.
for it.
You got,
You
you
go
got
last.
time. You got
Yeah.
time.
All right. The first one being no memory issues here, which is you take 20 ginseng potions.
Ah, I see. I thought it was going to be headbutt related.
Well,
Because you're
yeah.
giving yourself brain damage.
Then I've got Coach Shashevsky, who Krzyzewski is the coach of the Duke Blue Devils, and he's been the coach for.
That's a sports team.
It's basketballs.
Okay, they make the most points.
They sadly sometimes yes.
Okay.
I'm as a UK fan, I was born thinking that they are just like the worst.
Yeah.
They're the worst. There's no redeeming value. You're supposed to hate them.
They are the Devils, right?
They're the
You said
devil.
that
You hate them. You're supposed to just hate them.
they're not even Red Devils.
Exactly. The Blue Devils, which is actually hotter than the Red
Right.
Devils.
Oh, yeah.
So
The only thing worse is a White Devil,
it's true.
Phalanx.
right?
Heaven.
So that is because the air gargoyle form has a bluish tint to it. So that is you unlock Coach Krzyzewski by beating a boss as the air gargoyle.
You unlock him like as a
Yeah,
playable
as a
character?
playable character. He runs through with his suit and he's like telling Christian Laettner, and like Laettner comes in and is shooting basketballs at people. It's
I like to think it's more NBA like big head
NBA
style,
Jam
NBA
style.
big head style,
Yeah.
or it's like you're just Firebrand, but you've got his giant head.
Bill Clinton's in the game.
Right, exactly.
and the last one, the devil went down to Georgia,
Oh, nice.
which is collect 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
I was thinking of doing that one because I was trying to keep them all music related
Yeah.
since Megalixir is on the show. So I have two. I didn't do Devil Went Down to Georgia. So my first one is Shout at the Devil,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
you know, and that one is lose to the dark demon 5,000 times, which is entirely possible.
Did you unlock that?
No. Yes,
Almost.
Yes. Yeah, I did. And the second one is Imp Biscuit. And that is to kill a single enemy with the imp spell, which I did not get that one.
Is that possible?
It's impossible.
Probably impossible. But
You can't afford the import.
but yeah, I think Fred Durst got that one back in the day.
Yeah, biscuit.
The only one I had was, it's not music related, but Headhunter, which would be to complete the headbutting challenge to get the life extension
Yeah.
to get the full ending.
Yeah.
Also impossible.
Also impossible.
All-
yeah.
all
That's like a gold rank achievement. It's up there.
All right. I got a title. I like the music theme. So I just need to come up with what the actual achievement is. The title is Sympathy for the Devil.
Okay.
And in order to unlock that, you have to buy all the items. You have to buy all the potions, and you have to buy all the magic vellums, all the spells, because you're sympathizing with the devil.
You're
So you
supporting
want
him
You want-
financially.
you are exactly. You want him to have everything that he needs to do his little demon quest.
Financially support the devil.
Maybe you're sympathizing with the shopkeeper. He's not doing too well,
he's
you
a
know?
devil too.
Right.
He's not looking too good.
They're all devils.
He looks a little malnourished. So.
One of the I'm glad you said that because like I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, and I swear to you, the guy that sells potions looks like a Forsaken to me. Like 100, every time I saw him, it was like I expect him to say like "suffer well" or something
yeah.
like that after buying potions from him. But you played a lot of World of Warcraft, right, Tyler?
I got to level 5 with my dwarf priest.
Where do you find a Forsaken anyway? Where are they in the game?
In the Undercity.
Oh, see, I was Alliance.
Oh man,
Sorry,
come
man.
on, Forsaken's the race.
No.
It's the race.
Oh, okay. So it's the race of the undead.
Yeah, it's
I know
the
what that.
undead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I would
I just called him undead.
No,
That's
no,
what I knew. That's what I knew
they're
the match.
Forsaken.
That's what
They're
the
different.
outsiders
They're
call
different.
them.
Yeah, they're different from undead because they have sentience. They maintained a bit of their personality,
Oh, okay.
and
All right.
they had the coolest faction leader. So, or not faction leader. They had the coolest leader, Sylvanas, until they fucked that shit up later.
So remember Jacob played one of those when he played. He was so upset he couldn't skin Alliance members.
I agree.
He really
I agree,
wanted to
Jacob.
make leather, human leather.
Human leather.
Wow.
Jacob also doesn't believe in the Holocaust. I'm gonna cut that. I think.
Let's get him on.
No,
that.
I'm editing this episode, remember? So that's it.
Oh yeah, you are. I'm sorry.
Or
Jacob.
that'll be the stinger.
I'm sorry,
I'll
Jacob.
take that out, put it at the end where it's just
God.
Jacob doesn't believe.
That's awful. Like that's awful. I really do feel bad.
He
for that.
might unfriend you
Yeah,
on
I
Facebook
know.
for that
I'm
one.
really sorry. I saw the opportunity and I waited. I was like, is this funnier than it is offensive? And I said yes. I might have been wrong.
Well, to everybody but Jacob. It'll probably be because I think his girlfriend is Jewish.
You
So-
gotta cut that. You gotta cut
I think we
that.
gotta cut a lot of this.
I'll cut that line, but keep this banter about it. People are like, what did he say?
Who's he
Just a
talking
long,
about?
just a string of Mario sounds. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun here today, except for that incredibly wrong thing I said about Jacob. I really do. I don't know. This may be my last episode. I may it's gonna be a weird gap because I'm not gonna be on Harvest Moon. Then I'm gonna be on this one, right? But I have had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you were to give
It's
this
good
game,
having new friends on the show.
I love
It's
it.
good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I love it. If you were to give this game a beard that just wraps up the game, if you could wrap this game in a beard, what kind of beard would it be? Just swaddle it.
Going somewhat with a musical theme still. So you're familiar with Jack Black?
Who?
Jack Black. He's the guy you love, Shallow Hal. He's the guy that was in Shallow Hal.
Oh, right.
Love that movie. I
Oh,
know
right.
you love that
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
so much.
Oh, Jack Black.
Black.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
he's in a band called Tenacious D. Tenacious D did a movie.
You're right.
I forget what's the movie called.
Pick
Pick a Destiny.
Pick a Destiny. So I give this.
I mean, I don't know this guy, but
I give this Dave Grohl as the Devil's beard.
Nice.
So Dave Grohl, when he busts in and challenges them and plays, Dave Grohl Devil beard.
But that's just a tribute, clearly, right?
I'm sure that's what the devil probably looks like.
You got it.
I
yeah.
got it.
Tyler,
Yes.
I'm interested to see your devil glasses, your devil-inspired glasses. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would it be?
Well, I think all of us here are familiar. We watched some anime in our day.
Yeah.
And there's kind of a trope in the anime world, which is when a character has glasses, but usually if the character is somewhat morally ambiguous, the
Yeah.
glasses will get shiny.
Right.
And you can't see
There's
them.
that glare, yeah.
So I give them the evil anime glare glasses.
Nice.
I like it.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
So I always think of Kabuto from Naruto or
I always think of Shinji's dad from
Dr.
yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein from Soul Eater, because they both have the glasses whenever they're being kind of shady. Suddenly you can't see them.
How do you get that? Like, next time I'm at the eye doctor, I'm going to be like, when I'm thinking of something naughty, I want, like, some kind of, like, lens flare to go on.
Just mirrors come down the fence.
Right. just for a second.
Yep.
And everything gets dark around me.
Yep. And you just look
Yeah.
ominous.
Right.
It's, yeah.
But again, I hope you guys had fun.
I did.
Absolutely.
It was,
Oh, if it was worth the drive.
it 100% was.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was
Good.
awesome to meet you guys.
Even with all the, like, the really bad jokes.
No, they. Those jokes.
Right. Yeah, the jokes we don't talk about.
Those are,
We showed you all the places that we masturbate regularly.
Yeah, yeah.
You seemed impressed.
Right.
We went to Show Me's. We went to the two outhouses.
The Ryans.
We went to tell Ryan's. Me and Sam both threw up at Ryan's. Great time.
Who won the food challenge? Can I ask?
Joe,
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah. Okay.
you threw up more.
I threw up a lot more. But we did go
Out of
to-
your nose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We went to Game Galaxy though.
Yeah.
That place is amazing.
I'm really glad you guys came with us to Game Galaxy.
That was worth. All this was easily worth the drive. Definitely. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys were like, yeah, man, we're not doing this again.
Yeah. I'm like, I cut to the drive back to Buffalo, and you guys are like, that was fucking awful. Like, I could have done like a million things this weekend as opposed to driving 22 hours to hang out with those fucking losers.
Making us play this Demon's Crest game. God.
Saying controversial things about World War II. I don't know.
Sam and I are both Jewish, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I'm saying all these jokes. I want to make everyone as comfortable as possible. We're very accommodating here on TADPOG.
Just the hotbed of anti-Semitism that I'm sure is
Right.
Buffalo.
Right.
This is what we feel right at home now. This is perfect.
Well, yeah, we wanted to make you feel welcome, and this is the only way we knew how to do it. We don't really have good wing sauce, so we went for the next best thing.
Plenty of swastikas in this room. You can't see them through the
I'm glad you're impressed by Dave's strange collection of World War II
You really must love history.
memorabilia.
So which side were you rooting for? This is really sad, but like you say that, but like I swear to you, like for the longest time, like you went a quarter of a mile west of my house, and there was a dude who had a Nazi flag as a window curtain.
Really? Now?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, well, not now.
Okay.
I don't know. Someone, I guess, convinced him to take it down because they were like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, that was just
'Cause when we
that's
did
how
check-
he rolled.
we-
I know we've already thanked you for being on the show, but thank you for supplying the music for this episode because I think you guys really outdid yourself on this track because it is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
You could hear the love because you had genuine affection for this game, as opposed to we're like Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings.
Sam liked Pilot Wings, I think, or you tried to make yourself like it. I'm not sure.
I liked it.
You did. He liked it.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I like Pilot Wings. All right.
Give us some love.
I wasn't. I'm more with Tyler on that one. But definitely would like to give shout outs to our bandmates in Houston, Texas, Joey, Killiam, and good old Mads
Norway.
in Norway.
Yeah.
2 awesome guys.
Wouldn't be possible without either of them.
Keyboard
so.
player Mads and drummer Joey.
Sweet. Where can, if surely everyone listening is familiar with you guys because you provided us with a lot of music for previous episodes, but just in case we've got some newbies listening, where can they find more of your stuff?
If you search Megalixir on Bandcamp, we come right up. That's our main distribution areas is through Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
And your tracks they're like $40 a pop, is that right?
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
We have winner sales sometimes where they're like 35, but generally 40.
It's all free.
I think
it's
all free. We once had
free or $40.
Someone once paid 99 cents for one of our songs, though.
Yeah.
It was my friend.
I was gonna take credit for that.
It was not you.
I wish you didn't know because I was like, yeah, that was me.
I was hoping you were gonna say
he made sure he told me immediately.
my mom. She buys all of her tracks
Yeah.
for 99 cents.
I think it was Kirby he bought.
Yeah.
He bought Kirby, yeah.
Okay.
He's the only owner of Kirby, as far as I know.
Only paying owner.
Everyone else owns it. It's the world's to share.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes or Stitcher, so you don't miss the next episode.
Wow, that was really enunciated.
Holy
and shit.
Slow.
Well done.
Because I'm trying to remember what is next. It's the 43rd ranked game.
It's not Harvest Moon.
Not Harvest Moon.
Because we've already recorded that time.
Yeah, that's out of that's
We've
done.
already recorded
That's a
that.
done
That
deal.
came out a week ago.
Just we're up for some awards for that episode. It's so good. So good.
The 2014 Stitcher Awards.
The Podsies.
Yeah. The Podsies.
So next week, IGN's 43rd ranked game, Breath of Fire.
Okay.
Breath of Fire.
Not prepared for that.
It's a long game.
Not prepared for that at all.
Yeah, it is a long game.
So you guys are gonna come back for that to help us through that one again?
Get some spreadsheets out.
Right.
Also, the week before this, we actually recorded that Harvest Moon episode 2 weeks ago. I forgot about Gradius 3, which is also spectacular.
that was a classic.
Man, it was so good, I forgot about it.
Exactly, I did too. Holy shit. You don't have to edit this for a long time.
Nope.
Hitler loved that game, man.
That's where we really had our...
Spoken like a true Jewish man.
It was during playing Gradius we had our awakening.
I think that's like a Winston Churchill quote, isn't it? Hitler loved that game.
Okay, so that's what's next.
All right.
After this episode.
Clearly, we recorded all of these in order.
Yep.
Don't worry, listener. Everything's fine.
So while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. Give the show a 5-star rating because we're super professional and know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Write us a review. We like those. We love them.
Yeah, like Tyler said, thanks for listening. Even though we made a few mistakes and we made a few comments I made a few comments that I'm regretful for. Sorry, once again, Jacob. But I know he turned off at the very beginning when we were talking about
That's
the dried
true.
cum on the handle, so we're probably fine.
He won't know about this until his mom listens and tells him. It's
Right.
like, Jacob, did you... What's
Or his
going on?
girlfriend who's like, that Dave guy, you're not friends with him anymore. In the meantime, you can find all kinds of Tadpog goodness on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes are. We'll have all kinds of just horrible anti-Semitic links there that you can browse through. I guess. I don't know.
Probably.
I guess we're doing that now. I really didn't expect this turn. I'm not really super happy with it, but if the listeners demanded it.
Listeners demanded it.
I know this week they published some of Himmler's notes that he released, so
Oh my God.
that'd be a great link.
Yeah, there we go. That one has to go in there.
Yep. Well, you said it. It's got to go in there.
Or maybe better just put the Muppet Babies NES episode in there.
I thought you were going to a really dark place.
I'm trying to bring it back here.
I thought you were going really dark with that, like the Muppet Babies SS or something like that.
Remember that time they dressed up in Nazi regalia?
No, I don't. I really don't.
And like Nanny led them in.
No.
Nanny.
So
Her striped socks were actual. Man, what's going on in this episode?
What have we unleashed with this episode?
this has been Pandora's box.
Yeah.
That's instead of calling this
Yep.
Demon's Crest, we should just call this Pandora's box.
Yep.
The one remaining bit of hope in Pandora's box is that you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TADPOG.
And enjoy all these clear jokes.
Yes,
All these clear jokes.
we're joking.
Hopefully your sturdy humor constitution has led to the point where it's like, okay, these are jokes.
Yeah, I really hope you listen to the disclaimer at the beginning.
Yep.
Don't skip that.
Yeah,
That's
please.
important. That's
Like,
important.
Can we edit in a few breaks? Like, can we like at every 15 minutes do Meg's disclaimer just to remind everybody? I mean, because like I'm worried someone could take it at face value because we are Southerners. Southerners have a bad reputation of not liking
Anybody.
even other white people who believe slightly different religions.
Yep.
Like just slightly.
Yeah.
But we're very open.
That's not you guys.
Yeah.
You like-
Thank you.
That's
You
not
like
you guys.
vanilla, we like French vanilla. You're going to hell.
Sam and I are Northerners,
Uh-huh.
you know, and you guys are great guys. Very open-minded people, you know. We met a friend at Game Galaxy today. I thought you guys went way back with them, and you didn't even meet him until today.
Yeah, it was our first
Nope.
first time
First time meeting Archivist Cute Butt.
There you go. So you guys are not Nazis or skinheads or anything like that.
No.
I mean, I'm balding, but no.
No.
but by choice? Are you balding by choice?
No.
Well, then
That's good.
That's good.
That's what we want.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Or I had to grow my beard. I had to suck the hair through my head and protrude it through my
It's
face.
like a Play-Doh factory.
Yep. It's exactly like a Play-Doh factory.
Like on top of your head, there's actually holes.
Whenever I'd shave my head and I just put all the hair trimmings in my mouth and then just concentrate and they just strain through my face.
I had a Beetlejuice barbershop Play-Doh. And
Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that existed. That sounds awesome.
show notes, dude.
Do you have it still?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, if you had that, and you didn't bring it with you from Buffalo.
I know you love Beetlejuice and Play-Doh. Dave. I wouldn't do that to you.
You can also find us on Twitter. We're at @TADPOG_podcast. It's cumbersome, but it's worth it because everyone who follows us on Twitter, they're like a good friend because we've got like this Twitter army almost.
It's like a family.
It is. It is. It's like a extended family of 106 people. So it's good. I love it. You can call us. If you want to be one of the cool people that calls,
can.
you can call us at TADPOG Hotline, which is 270-883-2555. Still haven't memorized it. It sounded natural though, right?
I mean, most people don't have it memorized. I mean,
All right.
Color Mage John Sullivan has it in his phone. Listen to Tadpog.
I memorized that too. I was hoping you'd ask me. I'm really disappointed.
Damn.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
I'm still sort of impressed.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Wow, that's amazing. You love the show that much. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all I got. It's quiz time.
Quiz time.
You want to ask?
Okay,
Are we getting quizzed?
you are.
getting
You are.
quizzed.
I have to go, guys. I can't do
But the first question is going to be incredibly easy, especially for this episode.
Yeah.
Because like if you get this wrong, there's just no way you're gonna get it wrong.
Who won World War II?
It's very important.
We're done with that. We're done with that.
You can't just end it like that.
How many Jewish people were killed in the war to the nearest 10?
All right.
Actually, Shake a Fist Puncher fame would probably actually know that.
Yeah.
He is a huge World War II buff.
Really?
Yeah.
Tony should know.
Yeah, Tony
Tony's
will
on
know.
it.
Tony's shouting it at his
Tony,
at his
pull it
phone
and tell us
right
the
now.
number.
Like just off the top of his head. Yeah.
The name of the song in today's episode.
There's two. There's Beyond the Coliseum, and what is the other one?
Can I help you out?
Please do.
Metropolis of Ruin.
Metropolis of Ruin. How could I forget?
Okay.
There's
nice.
two. It's a bit of a medley.
Because we're near Metropolis. You should remember this.
We're near
Yeah.
Metropolis, Kentucky.
It's just right across the bridge.
Yeah.
It's Metropolis, Illinois, actually.
What?
Yeah, you cross
Where
that bridge and
are
you're in
we?
a completely different
Where
state.
are we? Okay. All right, sorry. Sorry.
And Sam, who is it by?
Oh, it's by us. It's by Megalixir.
Originally?
Oh yeah, Yuki's Papa.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, regardless, it was
Megalixir,
It was
right?
Megalixir.
Yeah.
Megalixir.
All right. I think that's right.
Yep.
I think that's right.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We have a fabulous prize. A Beetlejuice hairstyle playset. I heard you don't have one.
A horrible toy. It was a horrible toy.
I can't imagine that. What's the demographic of like kids who love Beetlejuice but also want to style hair?
His hair specifically.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
And the best way to do it is do it out of Play-Doh.
Yeah, just pump it right out the top.
Well, I guess until next time, all of us together,
Tropical Capricorn.